What is up, travelers? It's me again, Wolfwood, and I am back with a very special build. And I'm so excited to share it with you guys. It all started as an experiment and did not expect I would end up making an amazing build. But before we begin, just a very quick disclaimer for those who are new to my channel. I make unorthodox builds. The builds you'll see on my channel are mostly non-meta builds. I just love making builds and I'm just sharing them with you guys. Alright, so enough with the intro, let's get on with the build. Now if you watch the first part of the video, you'll see how super tanky this build is. You can face heavy attacks head on without being damaged, and at the same time, you counter with an AoE explosion. Now this is all possible with the use of one key item, which is the Crisis Core Amulet. So when a single source of enemy damage exceeds 15% of max health, automatically triggers effects that requires perfect dodge to activate and gain 15% damage reduction for 3 seconds. This basically means when you take damage more than 15% of your max health, you automatically trigger a perfect dodge effect. You don't literally dodge, rather you're just triggering a perfect dodge effect. Now with that said, wearing the Mark of the Destroyer and the feedback loop ring triggers an AoE blast that deals explosive damage, shock damage, and applies overloaded all at the same time. Then by wearing the Burden of the Audacious ring, it decreases all healing by 50%, but it grants healing for 25% of max health during a perfect dodge. Paired with the Nightmare Sigil, on perfect dodge increases base life steal by 5% for 10 seconds. So, whenever you take damage, you automatically heal, you deal damage, and life steal all at the same time. But there is a catch. There is a cooldown of 3 seconds before you can get hit again to avoid being damaged. Now during this time, you can deal damage with your weapon or mod and wait for the window to open again before you can take damage again. Now it's not really a major issue, since when you get used to the proper rotation and timing, you won't even notice the 3-second cooldown. And that's also the reason you'll notice how I'm still dodging some of the attacks, and this is because I'm in the cooldown stage during those moments. However, if by any chance you get hit, the build is still super tanky and you won't die immediately. You can easily recover from a hit or two, then quickly regain your health with your lifesteal. Now for my archetypes, I'm using Archon for my primary, then Challenger for my secondary. I'm using Reality Rune skill for mod generation, then Juggernaut for some extra defense. So for my armor set, I'm wearing the nano-plated transmitter helmet, Leto Mark 1 body armor, leg armor, and the gloves. Then for my relic, I'm using the Tranquil Heart for the passive 2 health regeneration per second. Now for my weapons, I'm using the Sparkfire shotgun equipped with the Tremor mod and feedback mutator, which helps a lot with the mod power generation, and Enigma with the pressure point mutator. So activating this weapons mod triggers a fixed blast dealing an AoE explosive damage. And since Enigma has 7 mod charges, this means I can trigger 7 AoE explosive damage with this weapon. Now for our melee weapon, it doesn't matter what you use, but for me, I'm using the World's Edge with the Shielded Strike mutator. Now for my Prism and Relic Fragments, these are the ones that I'm using right now. Unfortunately, as you can see, it's not maxed out yet, but what you want to prioritize is the mod power generation, mod damage, and healing effectiveness. Then finally, these are for my traits. Alright, so that's our build for today. I hope you liked the video. Very short and simple. I also hope you like the build as much as I do. Now feel free to modify the build to your preference. You can use different archetypes if you want. If you want more range damage instead of mod damage, go for it. Now you can switch archetypes and still keep the base build. But for me, the mod explosive charges suits my playstyle. Alright, so for those who are new, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button. This helps me and my channel grow. I appreciate all your support and hope to see you all next time. Bye!